Oh, boy. Look who just joined the show, ladies and gentlemen. Donnell Rawlings is
I'm
here.
rich, bitch!
Hello.
I just feel like that's my intro. If people don't know the name,
Right.
they know the iconic phrase that's got me in so much trouble with my friends.
Well, it's annoying when people keep yelling your stuff out, though, right?
But you embrace it, I guess.
No, I got a huge ego and I'm vain and I want them to recognize me from something. I don't have a problem with it at all.
Oh, you like it? Okay. You
Yeah.
don't mind it.
Yeah. In fact, I've been an ashy dude for my entire life. And when we were doing Chappelle's show, when he asked me what am I going to do to prepare for this role, I said just take a shower and wait 15 minutes.
And you're ready?
Yeah.
And Ashy Larry is born.
I'll be a method actor. Yeah, I'll be a method actor. Yep.
Okay. So you're hosting for Sway today. Is he like out for a while or just for today?
I think it's a day, but there's something to say about that, man, because every time I think that he looks at who's going to be guest on the show, and then that's when he
Decides who's
that
gonna be
he's
the
going to go on
host.
vacation. Every time I come and say, when are you going to be on the show? Oh, you want to co-host? So I think that's the situation. I really don't think Sway likes me anymore.
Oh, so he just when you're here, he decides not to.
Yeah. He's like this. Donnell can cover for me. I don't understand why. I thought we had a good friendship, but I don't even know if Sway is alive. I haven't seen pictures of him in so long.
But if he lets you co-host, that's a good sign. That
Not
means he likes
co-host.
you.
He's not in there, right?
Well, I mean, if he gives you a show for a day, that's.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he
I
does.
think Donnell's onto something. He's like, you do the interview by yourself. I'm not showing
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'm working out. I need a job, man.
But you
Yeah.
have a break now. How do you have a break though if you're live on that show?
Because with a lot of times with urban radio, they have what they call like a Friday mix or like a mix where a popular DJ and feels like I'm introducing you to something that you didn't know, Joe.
Oh, you certainly are.
All right. So like this is a lot with urban radio. They have like a mix, Friday mix, the throwback mix, whatever.
Oh.
Where a popular DJ goes in and he does like a freestyle DJ session of a half hour, which allowed me 30 minutes to come here and get reconnected with a person I consider to be a friend from back in the day.
Yes.
And that's you.
Thank you, sir.
That's so nice.
Who's the DJ?
DJ Wonder.
I don't know DJ.
DJ Wonder's a regular guy over there. He's excellent.
Yes.
He's excellent.
He's Caucasian DJ. Not that you have to be a certain race to be a good DJ, but he's very funny. I mean, he's very good and he's very popular in the streets. The streets love him.
They
Do
do?
the streets like
Yeah.
white DJs typically or no?
Yeah, the streets like white DJs. They got swag to them. But white DJs I think they probably make the most money out of all the DJs with that oof, oof. I don't know what type of music. You know what I'm talking about? EDM.
The electronic music.
Yeah. I mean, you got like DJs, EDM DJs that are making like millions and millions of dollars
Yeah,
a
they're
year
making just
partying.
as
Is
much
that Steve Aoki? Is he an EDM DJ or
Yep.
no?
Yep,
And they're making just as much as like any traveling band.
exactly.
Like they're making as much, if not more, than the musicians that they're playing.
And then with the technology now, it's not like in the old days when you were a DJ, you still had to employ 2 or 3 other people to carry your crates.
Right.
You know what I mean, with technology, dudes are just walking in with their laptop
And just plugging
it's
it into the setup.
And then you got Pookie the crackhead like, yo, you stole my job with that laptop, man. But just move, evolution.
That's what they said. It's so easy now that those electronic DJs, like the key. I watched Steve Aoki's documentary or whatever on Netflix, and the key is that they'll book like 3 or 4 gigs in a day,
Right.
And they'll have a private plane that will just take them from gig to gig to gig to gig because there's no setup time, there's no
Nothing.
sound check, there's no anything. They just
It's
show
just
up,
an introduction. You just
That's it.
introduce yourself, and then you're right there.
plug their shit in, do the hour and a half, get on a plane, do the next gig.
Yeah, it's amazing. They talk about how they do it New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We had the Phantoms in, and they just do gig. What do they call it? Chasing? There's a term for what they go from gig to gig to gig. Like as the clock, they cross the country.
Right, yeah, just looking at the time zones.
Yeah, it's amazing how much money you can make doing that shit. Me and my dumb fucking act. God, I wish I had some musical ability.
I want to go buy some turntables right now, man. Let's switch the game up, bro.
I know, but you don't even need them anymore. Like he plays it, and then just. I think the hard part is to keep busy looking
Right.
up there, because otherwise people are like, "What the fuck do we even need you for?"
And you know what? That's a good point because I'm sure they have an app that could blend any music together. But like you say, I guess the key to a DJ is taking your headphones and putting your ear close to your shoulder,
Yeah.
and not looking at the audience. And somebody try to tap you like, yo, you see what I'm doing over
Yeah,
here?
I'm busy.
At the same time, you just push and play like, okay,
Yeah.
DJ set number 1.
Because you could do it from home. You could create the whole set and then just go and play it. That's
Definitely
all
could.
you're
It's
doing.
not difficult to do at all.
Yeah, I'm quite sure that some of them guys do that.
With
It's
this-
almost like lip syncing for like DJs.
Yeah. There's videos of there's all these videos of people catching these like huge DJs. They're getting paid millions of dollars and they have their like hands up in the air and everything, or they're hitting buttons, and then their equipment's not plugged in. You could see it
You're
from,
like, what's
from the
going on?
back. And it's just because like the mixers aren't plugged in or something. So it's just literally they've they figured out their set and they're just moving and doing
That's
it.
like somebody doing like a man on the street video. You ever see that man on the street video where you know the sound is coming from the camera, but a person still has a microphone with no cord on it? like, what the hell are you doing, man? I'm smarter than this shit.
They're
That
just
to me
trying to
is the-
look professional.
That's the funny part to me of the DJ thing is that somebody caught it with a camera. Like somebody saw that fucking asshole's thing isn't plugged in and then took a picture and made a thing out of it.
And that person is probably a troll on the internet.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the same person that you'll do a show and you have all these comments, Jim Rock, Jim is a legend, blah, 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 blah. And then that one person like, well, I expected more from him. You know, like that one asshole troll. Those are
Exactly.
the people that find out information like that.
I know, but they're usually the ones who are right.
Yeah, you take their word usually.
He was right. I did mail it in. God damn it. I stink. And he knows I stink. Does that
you're-
stuff affect you or you don't give a shit?
What?
The internet stuff.
No, I try not to say it affects me, but it affects me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I try to be like the tough person. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks about me. But you get caught up in it because you will go through a thread and you're like, oh, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit, I'm the shit. Right? You're getting all this positive energy. And then you get one person and for some reason you like, fuck all the nice things that I heard. I want to focus on that person. Same thing when you're on stage. You could be ripping the audience to shreds. You know, you're in a room 500 people and one person is not satisfied and you'll switch your whole tone just to try to get this one dude to follow the $4.99. I don't know what that is about us. Maybe that was what make us good. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm guilty of that. I get pissed. And I respond too.
We feel like that person is actually correct and the other 499 are wrong.
They've
so we have
exposed
to
you.
convince him. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's almost like that's the part of me that knows I stink and I'm terrible. It's like, oh, that guy gets it.
And then sometimes like I've had Twitter wars. I haven't even went to the profile or anything. It'll be like Marky Mark 62 or something. I'll be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You don't know me. Ask my real fans, right? And then I'll click on his page and he's got like one follower.
Yeah, it's just fucking.
And I'm
with
like, and it's probably like 13 or 14, but you know. But then I think some of it is like, you don't know who that person is, so you're just responding to their words because their words are on your timeline. It gets confusing, man.
Yeah.
Well, what do you dislike more when they're criticizing your comedy or like when you made TMZ like a year ago or so and you got into that fight?
Yeah.
Like,
What was the TMZ fight?
Well, he was in a fight of like somebody was saying that he wasn't paying, and he was like, "I'm paying," and there was like you were throwing punches.
Yeah, I threw it. None of them landed, but it looked good in slow motion. It looked so good in slow motion, and it was so.
Did you
messy.
fall down in the background?
Now I know you're gonna get that. That
'Cause I
was
saw
such
feet
a
up
nice,
in the air.
That's a nice way of saying. Did you get knocked the fuck out? You know, like we said, Donnell, you were airborne for how long were you in the air? No, I didn't. But I will say it was perfect. The guy swung. I ducked a punch.
Yeah.
But then I backed into something, right? But it was almost like an actor's punch. You know how you hit it on the side? It looked like it was like, you know those World Star videos?
Yeah.
Like it looked, and I think somebody posted and put a sound effect. It was like the guy swinged, and you hear like the World Star, like, oh shit, he got knocked the fuck out. I didn't. I got tripped. And what happened was I was coming from a show that night, and I stopped at this diner, and I had pancakes and something else. I ordered some food, and I went outside to go have a cigarette, right? And the lady who was working I don't know if she's security, a host, whatever. She thought that I was trying to walk out on my
On the
tab.
check, yeah.
On my check, and I told her my bag was on the inside. I had my bag on the inside. I don't have no reason, you know, to walk out on the check, especially like a $10 check. And I'm not.
Right.
Then she pulled that. In the festival, we were arguing. She was like, I don't give a fuck who he is. And anytime, you know, in this business, anytime someone says, I don't give a fuck who he is, they really give a fuck.
Yeah,
Who he
they're
is,
making a
or they
point.
made that statement. So, and it was another patron coming in the restaurant that came in the middle, and he pushed me.
Why did he push you?
This was when the Make America Great movement was at its height.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I was in Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this is the case, but I just felt like I was in a climate that it was like, you know, lock him. I mean, they were saying
There were
that.
racial implications.
Yeah, and I don't use the race card a lot. I
Right.
do use it. You know, I think in 2009 I was really abusive with the race card. Like everywhere I went, I could go at McDonald's. Can I get large fry with ketchup? Sir, we're all out of ketchup. Oh, I see what's going on here. And that's when you know the race card is coming. When you hear that opening out, oh, I see what's going on here.
Why-
You don't have no ketchup because I'm black. No, sir. It's because the truck is fucking late, you know?
Why'd you fall into that in 2009?
Because it was at the height of the Barack Obama.
Gotcha.
Phenom.
And then the backlash was coming.
Oh yeah,
and
when Barack got elected, man, they sent me like 3 different companies sent me race cards. And they were like, use it, man. The interest is going to go up in 8 years, but you better use it now. But
So the guy pushed you.
yeah, he pushed me, and then I just started swinging. And then one of the guys that worked in a restaurant, a big dude, I was like, I don't think I want it with him. And then that's when he swung on me.
The big guy?
Yeah, the big guy. He missed, and I fell over. A long story short, and I did have some drinks that night. People like this, were you drinking? I was like, I wasn't driving. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You know, but the next day, I woke up and I checked my email, and then I get an email from TMZ. They're like, TMZ's like, yeah, we got videotape of you getting in the fight. I was like this, because I'm still recovering. I'm like, who got in the fight last night, right? But they were courteous enough to see, and I didn't give a fuck about them running the story. It's what happened. But I made a music video. You know, they say sometimes in the worst situation, that's when your art becomes stronger. Mm. And I did a parody video called it was to Drake's song. What was that? Bell Rings. What was that song?
Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling. I did a video called Food Bell Rings, and it was basically like, you know how they had a ding 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 in the diner, and it was like, I don't know, when the food bell, it could mean one thing. Ever since that day in Philly, and it talks about the incident. So I took a negative, made something positive out of it.
So how did you get out of the diner? I mean, you know, if you were drunk, you didn't remember. But how did you get?
I wasn't drunk, Jim.
Oh, okay, because you said the next day you woke up and you didn't
Jim,
remember.
why are you painting it this way?
No, I wasn't drunk. But why people say drunk? I was nice, all right? You were nice. Yeah, I was good. I was good.
So then, how did you get your bag out and leave? Like those little things. Like, did you have to walk in and get it, or did they get your stuff?
No, I mean, to be quite honest, like I felt like the whole restaurant was against me, but it was one dude in there that I'm assuming that he was a fan of mine. This is a part of the story nobody knows. He actually, because the lady was like, he's not getting his bag until the police come, right? But he went in the store, gave the lady like a $30 tip to get my bag.
Oh wow, okay.
So everybody was in on the situation.
So the cops never had a problem with you?
No, they never came.
Just an argument.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you start talking to cops, brothers, be like, yeah, we're going to talk. You get sober quick as shit. Yeah, we could talk about this at another date. You know?
Cops, it's fucking amazing how TMZ gets things so quickly. Like, that's the difference between now and years ago.
Because they pay.
If you're drunk, but you wake up the next morning and it's been taped.
Yeah, and the thing about it was, and I'm saying to myself, because I never saw the person with the camera.
Right.
You know, but I'm like, if I was ever strapped, you know, I needed some cash, I could go out and set up my own TMZ situations. I could get one of my boys, we do a fake fight. You know what I'm saying? You videotape
That's
it.
true.
And then you
Split
go
the
sell it
cash,
to
whatever.
people, and then
What
we
a great idea.
And then we go buy Nikes.
That's a great idea.
We go buy Nikes and rims and shit like that. Man, you know, positive shit, man.
Yeah. I felt bad for Chad Coleman. You know Chad Coleman from, he was on The Wires with The Walking Dead. And he's a big character on The Walking Dead. And he was on a train in the city. And he was drunk. And you could tell he was drunk.
Oh, I
and he's
remember
a really
well.
nice guy. But he made this kind of embarrassing video losing his shit, walking up and down, and it got a lot of views.
Oh,
but
man.
that's just what happens. The next day you wake up and you're like, oh.
But that's the thing is, like, especially in our business, like, you're excited about social media. You think, you know, it's a tool or whatever. But now, and especially with live, it's like we're living in an age where your life is a television show for someone at any time they want.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying you got to sign this release. Basically, you just pull a camera out. It's like, I'm going live, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough.
Yeah, because what are you going to do? It's on Facebook Live already. We're live. Like,
Yep.
what are you going to complain that you didn't sign a release? Okay, it's done.
And then, like, even with stand-up, you know, it's like, you know, like, I want people to say, I enjoyed Donnell's show, but now it's coming to a point where, like, people are trying to watch your show, and they got a camera in your face, like half, you know, and then if you curse the camera out, then that's the last edit they're going to do. Like, get the fucking camera on face. Look at Donnell Rawlings. He has a meltdown.
Yeah. He's losing
going
it.
crazy. And I think all comics, at some point, going to have some type of mental meltdown.
Yeah, I mean, it's because your material, once it's out there, you're like, you know, you don't want it to, you can't do it again if people have already seen it.
Right.
You know, that's why comics care. I don't give a shit because I'm not going to attract the attention of a Chris Rock is or a Chappelle, but those guys hate it when someone pulls a camera out.
Well, I know Chappelle, I tour with him now, and he has that company, Vonder, where they take your phones, they put it in this secure bag. Like when you come to the show, you put your phone in this pouch, and it's like a magnetic device that locks it up. You can take your phone in, but it's inside the bag. And if
He
you want
hates
to take
that
your
cell phone stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Wait, you put they give the mouse?
It's a sleeve. Yeah, it's a sleeve. Like Dave does it like
Aziz?
He does it, but I mean it's weird because you're watching the audience. It's like they're captivated, but at the same time in their face you can see them looking like, "Fuck! I just want to text. I need to do something now." But it's protecting the integrity of live performance.
And it's also with him. It's one of those things where they're going to start yelling out show things and filming it, and I don't blame him. But so how does this thing work?
How do you get it out of the sleeve?
It's like it's the same technology as you know how you go to a store and they do a theft prevention, the magnetic situation.
Sure.
So basically, it's a bag that you can't cut. I mean, you can't like easily rip it, a razor blade or a knife or something. But you just put your phone in the sleeve, and then it closes. Right, it closes. And the only way you can get it out, you have to put it on a magnetic block on the way out, or if you want to go take a break or anything like that. Google it. But
you can cut through it with scissors or something if you really want to.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen situations where people like bite their shit open. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think it was to record the show. It's like some people just can't stay away from social media that fast.
That's true. Yeah, even in the movies, like I was watching the. I went to see the Star Wars movie, and in the previews, a guy was texting, and I was like, if he's doing this when the film starts, I'm going to say something, because I was so annoyed at this cocksucker. But when the film started, he put it away. But the selfishness of people, it's like, how do you not know that's bothering people around
really
you? What
distracting.
shitty people.
Because I think it's because so many people are doing it that you just think it's just normal.
So Vonder, they're called, now he has to pay them, or do they do it for the
I'm
advertising?
quite sure it's a service that I'm sure he pays it. Vonder, you might want to on the tag where it's Vonder. You got to hit something that's going to get it close. Because I mean,
if you just Google cell phone sleeve, you probably, if you just describe what it is, it might be Yonder. Travis was able to find it. Is that because you didn't just keep typing the same word in over and over again?
No, I knew about this a couple years ago when Chappelle started using it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like if you like Donnell said, like if you want to go outside like the GPS field, like they'll put, like a force field around the
force field?
Well, yeah, for lack of a better word.
They'll never get
Jim
you.
got excited about it. I didn't know it was a force.
You can go out and your bag will unlock and you can use your phone while you're in the bathroom. But then once you go back into the it'll automatically lock.
So you could just take your phone out in the bathroom and then let the bag lock itself.
You could, but I'm sure that the ushers are checking when you go back to your seat.
Yeah, but if they try to shoot you, they can't get through the force field.
That is true.
So there's a magnetic field? Oh, that's great. We're all dying because of these bags.
If not already for the cell phones.
Yeah, and Wi-Fi is everywhere anyway.
It is genius, though, man. There's always a way. Somebody always figures something out.
Problem
a way to get something
solvers.
done. Yeah, because you can't block the internet. Like people will just block it so no one can see. But then people will just look at stuff on their phones, or they'll tape, or whatever they'll do.
So when you were when I'm Rich Bitch was at its peak, because you said you gotten in trouble with your friends from it. Was everybody assuming that you were much more rich than you actually were?
That's the point I wanted to make. Like we go to dinner. Like I'll be with my friends, and then the check would come right, and nobody would go for their wallet. They would just look like, I thought you was rich, bitch. I'm like, that's TV, motherfucker. And I was dating this chick once, and she was really loaded, and she had the funniest line, because when it was at height, everybody was saying it. And I was walking down the street one day, and somebody yelled out, "I'm rich, bitch," and she said, "Me too."
So why was she
Las
rich?
Gatas. She was a trust fund baby.
Oh, her family had money.
Yeah, her family had a lot.
How'd you blow that?
I didn't really blow it. I just didn't. I didn't need her for money.
That's still.
You know
I'd like
what
to
I mean?
date too.
Nice.
And she's a doctor now.
Oh,
yeah, she's a doctor.
I've never dated a girl with a lot of money. That'd be nice.
Yeah, and the thing about it was like we had great relationship. But she was on her way to med school. I was a road comic.
Right.
She was on the West Coast. I was on the East Coast, and it was just like, realistically, it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, and it's hard on the road too, because I'm a pig in New York, but on the road,
It could be.
It's really hard.
Evil.
Yeah, especially you're doing arenas with Chappelle. It's got to be hard because once you're done, especially when you're the support act, and Dave is on, you have no pressure on you.
Right.
You don't give a shit about the ticket count. Like none of it matters to you. You're just gonna go up. You're gonna kill in front of them because they all know you.
And it's so awesome for me because of course he doesn't need my name to promote his shows, so nobody knows I'm there. So it's like the DJ, because in a black comedy show, you have to have a DJ.
You do, right? Yeah, it's an extra guy.
It's like a must. Jewish people are like, we can cut this off 20%. We don't need them. I'll use my iPod. But they'll do some credits, like you've seen them on Guy Code, you've seen them on The Wire. and people, I'll get, it'll be a couple claps, and then it's like, but you fell in love with him as Ashley Larry from Chappelle Show, and then the place goes ape shit.
They all know you.
Which forces, I always want to do well,
Yeah.
but it really it really forces you to want to meet them at the level of energy that they have.
But they all know you from the show, which is great.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's always a good time. And then, for support act, I headline.
Yeah.
I'm headlining the Carolines this weekend. But, it's certain names I'll
Of course.
open for.
Yeah, for David, yeah.
But for a headliner to scale it down to like a feature 20 or 25-minute set, that's like fire. You know what you can do. You got to pace yourself. You're doing an hour. But you know what you could do in 20 minutes. It's like you just
You could chop the setup parts of the bits that are kind of
just-
like, all
yeah,
right
yeah.
with this. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
trim the fat off like bam, bam, bam. Thank you.
Yeah.
and it's over.
And then you try to get laid. That's the best part of it. You just fucking walk around backstage. You creep out into the audience. You hope
After the
that
set, you're so awful, man. I remember those days.
Yeah.
I remember those days where, like, it's like you go to a bar after the show and then you'll see a chick and you be like this, did you see the show? They was like, no, I didn't see you. Like, okay, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I have no shot on my own merits.
No, you need that help. Like, oh my God, you were so fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then that's when the sinister voice is like,
Yeah. I can fuck her in the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah, Jim wants, like, he keeps hinting, because you're a dad now. You got the whole thing going on.
yeah, I'm a new dad. I'm an old dude with a new baby. That's what I
Right.
tell people.
Right.
And I know that to be truth because all of my friends' kids are so much older than my son, and I realized when I was planning my son's first birthday party, I called one of my friends. I'm like, "You think your son can come to my son's party?" And he was like, "If he can get off of work." I knew he's like, "Yeah, my son got 2 jobs, motherfucker. What was you waiting for?" But it's new for me.
How old is he now?
A year and a half.
Yeah, do you still call him the N-word?
My little nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah,
all day.
good,
All day.
good.
That's my little nigga. Yeah.
Good for you.
With the GA.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't do the with him, but yeah, that's my little
Is
nigga.
he your first kid?
Yeah, my first.
Oh, yeah. That's encouraging when I see friends in my age. I'm 48, so guys in my age group doing it.
See,
I'm
Jim,
like, okay.
Jim keeps hinting, like, while we're doing the show, because I've known Jim for a long time, too.
Yeah.
And he's been hinting way more now than ever before about wanting a relationship.
Right.
And wanting to enter into that world. But I don't know. I just don't know if he's equipped for it.
Yeah.
He's doing it. We all think about relationships when we get to the point like, oh, I'm getting older. I'm not going to know, keep track of my pill count.
Yeah.
I don't need somebody to mash my vegetables up. You know what I'm saying? You're like, basically, I'm getting old. I need fucking help right now. Man.
Right.
My pill count's easy. It's half a Cialis. That's not hard.
And that's when you really think about relationship. The first time your member doesn't work when you need it to, you're like, yeah, I think it's time to slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, me being it's the dopest thing. It's just great. And I've heard people talk about it before, all my friends. I've heard people say, yo, man, having a baby is the greatest feeling you ever going to have. Nothing tops it. I'm like, I don't know if you've ever had a biracial menage a trois.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm like, my son is my favorite, but he didn't win by a landslide. He definitely didn't get the popular vote. He got the electoral college vote. I was like, okay, it was like black chick, white chick, same time. Black chick, white chick, same time. And Austin, it was like, ah! I was like, let me see the videotape.
Yeah, you got to go to the kid.
But it's dope. It's dope. I'm really enjoying it.
Bill
you
Burr
had
just had
your-
a kid.
Yeah, he did.
Bill Burr and he just had a baby, and Bill's our age group, so he just had
yeah.
a daughter a week ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
I know.
you had your time as a dirtbag, though?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the old Donnell, oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was that? What was the menage a trois, multiracial menage a trois like?
It was a black chick and a white chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Did
did
they
it go?
suck your dick together?
That might be a little too graphic. Jim.
Okay, how about this?
I'll just let you use your imagination. It was a menage a trois, and I don't know what you do in your menage a trois. You know what I'm saying?
I usually don't have them.
Yeah.
I usually don't have them.
It was a once in a lifetime situation. I
Jim's
thought I was a
menage a
rock
trois-
star.
Me and
Jim's-
2 girls. One of the girls will suck both our dicks.
I was about to say, when Jim has a menage a trois, it's one person with both parts.
He's like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, exactly.
I've only had a couple of those in my life. I have not had a lot of threesomes in my life.
No, I haven't either. That's not, it's nothing to play with, but it was a great time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, it's not something that you want to do regularly.
Yeah, I don't know how I did the segue from how much I love my kid
Yeah.
to banging 2 chicks at one time.
Yeah, that's
that's
what we
just
were-
life, rock star life.
Yeah, because you were like, you started talking about the kid, and both Jim and I were both like, let's get back to the menage a trois.
Yeah, let's get back to let's forget your little baby. Let's get back to the real shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know Bill and Nina had a baby. That's awesome.
Yeah, they did. They just had a daughter. Bill's
that's
all
dope.
happy. But that makes me, again, I see my friends in my age group. I'm like, okay, I'm not finished yet.
Right.
close, but I'm not finished.
Do you think you're gonna have a kid though?
I don't know. I'm not.
You're not
pressed.
ruling it out.
No, I don't rule it out. I'm not like, I gotta have when I want a baby. I'm just like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
the
tell
good
you
part
this.
about
And
being
that's
a
how,
guy.
and to be quite honest, that's how it was for me. It wasn't like, because if you're consuming that, it'll drive you crazy.
Yeah, and I'm not.
You know, and I wasn't at the point. I was like, I'm happy with my career. I got nephews and all that stuff was good. But then when the situation happened, I was excited about it. But it wasn't like I gotta have one this year or anything. But I embraced it. And it's a great.
Yeah,
But the fact that you're saying maybe, I'm not ruling it out. You're gonna attract more 20-year-old, 25-year-old women for sure. Even 30-year-old women.
Well, if you're, I feel bad for women like in their 30s, because then your box starts twitching, and you're like, oh no.
Is that how medically it
Oh
works?
yeah, you got to go young. If you're gonna pop one, you're gonna have to go young.
Yeah, I don't want a woman who's
Yeah, you
38.
You got to balance that out a
you
little
gotta
bit.
balance
Yeah.
out. I mean, my situation, like my lady is, you're a lot younger than I am.
Yeah,
How
because
old
I'll
is
be
she?
dead before
She's
both of them.
26.
Oh,
She's
that's
26?
awesome.
Yeah, and it's like this, and she's a black and Latina, so it's so easy to get her pregnant.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
I could cough. She'd be like, "Oh my God, yo, look, we're pregnant."
You should have heard the things that were coming out of my wife's mouth because it took us. She's pregnant now.
Oh,
but
congratulations.
Thanks, man. But it took us. I mean, all told, it was 2 or 3 years. Just working on it. But it felt like, especially after it got to be a certain amount of
first?
time, our first.
Oh, it's the dopest shit ever.
But
son.
we'd be walking around, and everywhere we went, she'd see Puerto Rican girls that were pregnant. And she's like, God damn, they are the superior race. It takes them nothing. I keep trying. And
Nothing. It could be an argument and shit. Yo, Poppy, I'm pregnant. Yeah, but congratulations, man. It's
Thanks,
dope.
man.
The delivery room, just remember 2 things. Just have a lot of ice chips and lie about everything. Ice chips and lies. Ice chips and
You're
lies.
beautiful. You're beautiful.
Yeah. I lied about everything.
What did you lie about?
I told Stephanie, I said, once we get through this, I'm gonna buy you some brand new titties. No,
So romantic,
no. I whispered it because her mother was here, right? I was like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get you some brand new titties. And the reason why I offer her the brand new titties because she has a small chest. She has a small chest, and it's small when I describe it as a chest. She was a 3200 before she got pregnant, and she's talking about, I'm thinking about breastfeeding. I'm like, no, the fuck you not. You better get some Similac, some Infamil. You're not gonna start my baby with the motherfucking Ethiopian ass nipples and shit. But I lied like shit. I'm evil, man. I was in there making memes and shit because she thought it was gonna be easy, right? She's sitting over there like she's eating and looking at TV. And I took a picture of her, and the meme said that face you have before them contractions hit, right? And she's looking all happy, right? And then the next one, she had a contraction. It was like. And I was like, the face you make when shit just got real, right?
Yeah.
And her mother's in the delivery room, so I'm making memes, sending them to her mom, and her mother's over there laughing. We had it was dope, man.
That's like how I
dope.
started 2016, how I ended 2016.
How far along is your wife?
We're due, we're weeks away. At any
Oh,
point,
man.
she could go.
Do you want to
And
bring
then
in?
they start-
Do
and
you want to
then they
bring in
start-
Nick while Donnell's still?
Well, Donnell's he's gonna have to leave.
Are you going
Damn,
back
that sounded so aggressive. Like, get the fuck
Yeah,
out
you're
of
gonna
here.
have to get the fuck
No,
out.
my
No,
time is up.
They just told me that you got to go back and do.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
you're doing
Sway's got you working.
Yeah, Slade's got me.
you're-
But Jim, it was good, man. I love you.
You
know
too.
I
love you too,
He was
buddy. It's always a
always
pleasure.
Always.
And
always
Donnell's
dope
at
to me for
Caroline's
years.
this weekend.
Yes, it's Donnell Rawlings on Twitter. DONNELL, double N and double L. RAWLINGS, DonnellRawlings.com. And go to Caroline. Donnell is hilarious.
I still remember R.I.P. Anthony Mason. But I remember
Yes.
years ago at Caroline's. I think that was the first time we connected.
Yes.
I mean, we both had like no grades or anything like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yo, man," because Anthony Mason thought he was funny.
Yeah.
And I destroyed him, and he was so happy. He was like, "Yo, man, I love the way you killed Mason." And
I'll never forget that. That was so
dope.
great. You
And
the-
even when he passed away, I was like, I know it was unfortunate, but I thought about you. I was like, "Damn, that's what was the connection." But thanks for having me on
He
your
was
show.
the
bro.
6th man in the NBA that year, and you said you're the 6th man, motherfucker, not the 5th.
Yeah.
And it destroyed. It destroyed. Yeah.
Fuck, almost 20 years ago, man.
Good
All
seeing
right,
you,
we'll
buddy.
take,
Thank you,
and
bro.
we'll take a break.